everyone, and welcome to Mount Holyoke College's Language Resource Center, aka the LRC. My name is Julia, and I'm one of the many student consultants that you will see here at the LRC. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the space and the many resources we have available for you here. Are you ready? Let's go! To get to the LRC, first what you will do is you will go down these stairs to our basement. The LRC is located in the basement of Cerruti in room 6. Once you come through this door, you're going to take a right and then you will find us. This is our lovely door to the Language Resource Center, so let's head on in. My fellow consultant Katie here is going to introduce you to the lounge area.
Yeah, welcome to the LRC Lounge. As you can see, this space has plenty of comfy couches for students to relax or do homework. It's open 24/7. Over here, we have the world map. Students insert pins where they're from, and as you can see, we have students from all around the US and the world. Over here, we have the student consultant profiles. Each student worker has a little bit of information about themselves and what languages they study. Feel free to reach out to us if you have questions about language learning or if you just want to chat. Over here we have the LRC bulletin board where we always have a language of the month where you can find out information about the chosen language and some of the history and culture associated with it. And over here you can see flyers advertising language learning resources or events put on by the various MHC language departments. Also in the lounge, we have the director's office, Jean and Jennifer. So if you ever want to talk to her, find her here. Now I'll give you back to my fellow consultant Julia, who's going to share a little bit of information about our student display and printer.
All right, so here we have our printer. The printer is located in Cerruti, and it is one of the many printers found on campus. Here you can print, scan, and make copies. We also have our collection of leisure books and movies as well, which you can rent out for as long as you like because they are not on reserve. And finally, we have our Chromebox display, which oftentimes has international music and movies playing. And if you ever have any suggestions, please write it down on one of the whiteboards here in the LRC or let our consultant know. Next, we're going to go and take a look at the small rooms, which my fellow consultant Amelia will be showing you.
Hi, hello. You're welcome to use our small rooms for doing homeworks, research, or practice your language. You can also use it for Q&A and ask any questions with our lovely Q&A consultant. Also, if you're a professor, ask a consultant for a reservation of the small room for up to 3 hours. If you're a student, you can just write down your names on the sheet at the start of weeks or any time that you want to use the rooms, whenever the room's available. Next, I'm going to pass you to my fellow consultant, Aya, who's going to introduce you to the desk.
Welcome to the student consultant desk. We always have a consultant working here, a staff member, and on the wall we have our individual profiles, which comes with the languages that we speak, and we also have textbooks that you can check out at any time. And then over here we have a bunch of different equipment that you can also borrow for several hours. And then we also help with projector troubleshooting and reserving these small rooms that are right over there. And if you ever need our assistance, you can always ring this bell.
The last stop on our tour is the lab. The lab is used for meetings as well as classes that may require computers. Oftentimes, professors will do workshops here, such as webcasts. The lab can only be reserved by professors, but if you are a student and it is free with no reservations that day, you are more than welcome to come and use the space.
This was the tour of the LRC.
We hope you enjoyed the video.
If you have any more questions, feel free to ask us.